API VPX HP high pressure water jet cutting machine with a H2O jet intensifier. This is a 60,000 PSI H2O jet intensifier run on a 208 3-phase. My 208 3-phase is connected and on. My incoming air line is connected and on. My 110 volt control power is connected and on. With that said, turn on the power strip. The light on the Dell will go off. After it goes off, press the button on the Dell. Make sure that breaker is set to the left for on. Windows is powered up. Make sure that the emergency stop buttons are released. In, quarter turn to the right. There's 3 emergency stop buttons. 1 on the console, 2 right side of the bridge, 3 left side of the bridge, quarter turn to release. There's also an emergency stop on the H2O jet. Make sure it is released. Power up the 3-phase on the H2O jet. H2O jet is now ready for operation. All emergency stop buttons are released. Push emergency stop reset. That resets the safety relay, and now there's power applied to the drives. The safety relay is inside that gray box. Next, on the H2O jet console, push reset. By pushing reset on the H2O jet, you're resetting the e-stop safety relay. So when I push reset here, the lights on the safety relay and the H2O jet control illuminate. After the emergency stops are reset, you push reset on the H2O jet, turn on the drive. Now we have drive power on, motion for the motion control for the PPI controls, the CNC motion. The machine is now booted up. I've got lights on my power supply here on the left. I got lights on my signal generator. The PC is on. The emergency stop buttons have been released, and I've pushed resets on both the console here and on the H2O jet. Now we're ready to run the machine, so we're gonna double click on the PPI CNC icon, launch the software. Click on agree. Now the machine will connect. Click on yes to home the machine. Machine is now homing. Make sure that the cutting head is away from the corner. Machine is now homed and ready to cut a job. So we're programmed at 120/60. The machine is also 120/60. On the folder button, open up one good file for our test file, double click. Now we're ready to cut, so we have to turn on the power for the H2O jet. Now power on, power off. So power on. One thing I forgot to mention was the pressure for the booster pump needs to be on. The booster pump provides supply water to the H2O jet. Pressure for supply water is reflected on that gauge. This sensor needs to be green, indicating that we have sufficient supply water pressure. I've got drives on, I got PPI CNC open, I got a file open. My H2O jet is running. I've got 800 PSI of hydraulic pressure. Go ahead and start. We're gonna cut right now. We're cutting right now with 17,500 PSI. If I wanted to change it to 25,000, I hit that button now, the pressure increases. The pressure will be reflected on this hydraulic gauge. You can also start and stop the H2O jet pump with the button here. The start button starts the pump, stop button stops it. These are parallel to the buttons on the console. These two buttons have the same function as the touchscreen on the H2O Jet controller. To change the pressure on the H2O Jet, press setup, select high or low, and if I wanted to increase from 17.5 to 20,000, just 20000 and enter. And now my low pressure setting is at 20,000. If I wanted to cut with 20,000, I would go back to main, escape this, and then set it to low, and I would be cutting with 20,000. We recommend cut with the lowest pressure that get the job done. The pump will last longer, your components will last longer. 20,000, 23,000 is what our customers usually cut fiberglass duct insulation with.